welcome to Variety Varnish. My name is Sheila and today we're going to talk about my wish list for February 2020's Polish Pickup, and that theme is Flora and Fauna. First of all, I apologize for my appearance today. This is actually the first day in probably 4 or 5 days where I've felt better. I have been sick and so have my children. And so if you can hear that, like, my voice is a little bit nasal, that's because I'm still not 100%. But, you know, doing this video, this wish list video, has almost become sort of like a powwow for all of us. It's very cathartic. It's almost like therapy where we sort of enable each other or like discourage each other from picking up or not picking up many of these beauties. It's definitely, you know, very interesting to hear other people's thoughts and, you know, opinions about these polishes, to be able to help you make your own decisions as to which polishes will make it to your cart. And so, yeah, that's what we're doing today. If you don't know about Polish Pickup, it's basically a one weekend event where a bunch of indie makers gather together to create beautiful polishes based on a theme that was voted the month prior by consumers like us. And so I will link all the information down below in my description box as usual, because I don't want this introduction to become very long. And so for this month, I thought I would cut to the chase. I've had quite a few days to think about you know, the offerings this month because I've been sick and it's just been, you know, it's been hard. So I've been thinking about it. And also I feel like, you know, the spoilers came out like ages ago. It just has felt like a little bit of a forever. Like I can't wait for this store to open. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut through the chase and tell you what is in my current wish list right now. I have been known to drop things at the last minute and pick up things at the last minute, or go back for, you know, other polishes that wasn't on my radar, but other people have sort of pointed out to me. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you all about my thought process as to how those polishes ended up in my wish list. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first on my list is Ethereal Lacquer's Ophidia. And this is a sheer white milky base with a strong red copper to green shimmer. And this is $13 with, I believe, no cap. So what I love about this polish is the fact that it's white, but it's not really white. It's so beautiful. Under the Sea didn't appeal to me. This was what, November's PPU offering from Ethereal. That didn't appeal to me because it was very aqua, and I think you guys know by now, if you've been in my channel, aquas and turquoises and that kind of sort of mermaidy color don't appeal that much to me. So when they offer this in a white with all these beautiful shimmers, I basically was on board. Especially, I was like on the fence when I saw the swatch sticks, but when I saw these actual swatches on actual fingers on different skin tones, I think it's just positively beautiful. I don't know how I can say no to this polish. And so this is Ethereal's Ophidia. The second polish I'm going to talk about is Moo Signature's Deer Mountain. And Deer Mountain is described as a turquoise base with pink to gold to green chameleon shimmer, orange to gold to green clear chameleon flakes, bronze to gold UCC flakies, and hollow flakes. And there's 110 available. And this is $13.50. Now, I wanted to point out that I thought that this one and Cupcake Polish are very similar in terms of base color. So I've actually shown this polish to a couple of people, and a couple of people have been turned off by how busy it is. And it's a busy polish. It's, you know, it's a shifty polish. It has some shimmer. It has flakes. So if you are not into that type of busy polish, like there's too much going on, I think a good alternative to it would be cupcake polish. I think this base and cupcake is so similar. I don't know, you guys comment down below if I'm just imagining things because I'm sick, but that's what it looked like to me. Somebody also said that Quixotic's offering this month is kind of like a darker version of cupcakes. So here's like 3 polishes that are quite similar, at least from different people that I'm you know, talking to. So if I had to put these 3 together, my first choice would definitely be the Moo Signatures offering, just because I think this type of bright color, when it's busier, I feel sort of more sheltered and protected, if that makes any sense to you guys. It doesn't just, I mean, there's a lot of things going on that, like, I don't get to focus so much on how bright it is and how, like, you know, out of my comfort zone I am. I don't know if you got, maybe I'm delirious from all the medicine, but that's how I feel. So obviously Quixotic didn't make it to my wish list. Cupcake polish didn't make it to my wish list. Moo did, but I wanted to give you these alternatives just to kind of pique your interest a little bit and you know, point you to another direction if there was something about this polish that you didn't like. The third polish I'm going to talk about is Night Owl Lacquer's One Owl of a Day. And again, the voodoo is still working, you guys, because this is still in my wish list, and it is the second yellow on my, no, not second yellow, the second white on my wish list. And this is described as an antique white Crowley filled with gold, copper, green shifting crystal chameleon flakes, gold, green, and aqua green crystal flakes, and copper shimmer flecks. And this is $12.50 with no cap. So why do I have 2 whites on my wish list, which usually I try to just get 1 color category or 1 polish per color category? First of all, again, there's voodoo going on with Night Owl with me. I think that this is a very well done polish. I love that blue flaky right against that sort of like almost cream ivory base. It's not even white to me. It doesn't look white to me. It's a very dirty white or sort of like a very warm ivory to me. I think it's very, very beautiful. And I do have, I do have a lot of polishes that are similar in my collection. So I wanted to tell you guys that, because if you were on the fence about this polish, then maybe, you know, you can say yay or nay based on what you have in your collection. But I do have British Blondes from Pahlish, which is a very similar base color, I believe. And I also have Sunspear from Pahlish. So I don't lack this type of polish in my collection, but I find it so beautiful. I am absolutely smitten. I knew when the spoilers came out that this was something that was going to be so interesting to me, and they didn't even show the swatches. They just showed like, or they just wrote the description, and I was like, dear Lord, I know I want this polish already, and the swatches didn't disappoint for me. The fourth polish I have in my wish list is Polish's Breath of the Wild, and this is a soft sage green with dense copper gold green shifting pigments. It does not have a cap, and it's $13. Now I have to admit, this polish was not in my radar. Like, I was looking through it and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, it's another green shimmer. And then Carolina pointed it out to me and how beautiful it was. And I was like, you know, what about this polish do I not like? I love sage greens. I love this sort of coppery warm shimmer. What about this polish don't I like? So then I realized, oh my God, this is going to be my next caramel. This is going to be the polish that I know 100% I will like, but I didn't get because it was something that was too familiar to me. So I showed it to my husband. I said, do you like this polish? And he's like, oh yeah, I really do like that. I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, how could I have missed this polish, right? And so then I was on the fence. I'm like, am I getting this? Am I not getting it? I do already have a little bit of a green because Moo Moo is sort of more green. It has, I know it's a very shifty polish, but it's also green. But then I saw Carolina swatch Olive Grove, which we actually bought a bunch of polishes from the same D-Stash seller, but I did not get Olive Grove. She got Olive Grove, and I got a couple others. And I was just blown away by how beautiful Olive Grove is. And I felt that Olive Grove and this polish, the Breath of the Wild, has like a very similar mood. So I don't think I can drop this polish now. I think I would be very, very regretful if I drop this polish off of my cart. The next polish I have on my wish list is something that I'm really on the fence about, and this is Painted Polish's Hot for Herbology. And this is described as an emerald jelly base featuring a rainbow of color shifting flakies along with a scattering of hollow and ultra holographic galaxy glitters. There's 350 available and it's $12.50. So I have been sort of putting painted polish on my wish list and then dropping them off, especially when there's no cap, because I kind of feel like I could always try to purchase it in their mystery PPU listing in their website. That being said, when their polishes are capped, they almost always sell out and you can't get them. Like say for example, Sugar Plum Sunset. I have to admit, the major motivation for me to get that polish was because it was capped and I knew it was gonna sell out. Well, I got it, I found it, didn't really particularly need it, and so I passed it along. So that's how I feel about this polish. I think it's beautiful. It's just that that emerald base is not something that draws me in, and yet I have two emerald bases of that same shade, and I could probably recreate the look with, you know, some flaky toppers, although I don't have that particular red flaky topper that you can see in that swatch photo. So I'm very, very ambivalent with this painted polish offering. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting it. Somebody dear to me also said it looks like a Christmas polish, which I was like, oh yeah, I don't even know how I feel about that. Normally I love Christmas polishes during Christmas time. It kind of does have that feel with the red and the green. And so I'm not so sure about this. The next polish I have in my wish list is Penelope Luz's Rose Garden. Rose Garden is described as a green olive base with hollow pigments and multi-sizes of pink hollow glitter, and there's only 370 available, and this is $11.50. So I think this is going to be a little bit of painted polishes twister on the tides, where no one's particularly gonna come up to you and say, oh my god, this is such a beautiful, like this is stunning, you know what I mean? But for me, it's so weird and it is so unique. I love that sort of like, I don't even know how to describe this green. Like, it's just so beautiful. It's very yellow based, but it's not chartreuse. It's just so beautiful. And those pink glitters against it is just so cute. I love it so much. It's so unusual and I love it about it. And so I tried to talk myself out of it. I'm like, you know, you're just gonna get weirded out when you apply this polish because it's just kind of funky. You know, you have so many funky polishes, but I can't. I love funky polishes. The next polish I have is Polished for Days, Seeing is Believing, and this is described as a bright berry pink or red jelly packed with pink, orange, yellow, iridescent shifting flakies, and this is $12.50 with no cap. Okay, so this polish, I was just so back and forth. It was in my car or in my wish list, and then out my wish list, in my wish list, out my wish list. But I think what sealed the deal for me is I saw Stephanie's. I'm gonna post her Instagram handle down on the screen there. But she did a mani where she had a red base, a red cream base, and she topped it with Polished for Days, Long Live the King, which I am kicking myself over and over for not getting it because I was too chicken to get it. I saw that, and then Carolina from Gotta Love Polish recreated that same mani, and then I saw the potential. It was all about potential for me. I do find that this pink, red, flaky situation has been going on for so long. And frankly, a lot of people have done it. And frankly, a lot of them have ended up in my collection. Like, I don't know. I don't even love a lot of these red, pink Krellies with glitters and with flakies in them. But for some reason now I have like 5 of them in my collection, right? So I was really thinking of not getting it anymore. I have Snozzberry. I just picked up Fireside. I mean, I have a couple of other things that could pass for this. But there are 3 in this month's PPU that are the same exact thing. I mean, not the same exact thing, but they're, you know, pink red Krellies with flakies that are so beautiful, and it's so hard to pick from all of them. So I'm offering you guys alternatives. If you're not particularly into this polish for days, there's the Nailed It offering. I think it's I Got Laid. And then there is Femme Fatale's offering, which I think it's Terraform. Those 3 to me are so beautiful and so similar. I was like, why? I'm going to end up with 10 of these polishes in my collection, all similar, so I really have to be mindful. My thing with Polished for Days is that I feel like they do the same exact thing over and over with different colors, right? Like, this is essentially Long Live the King pink version. But what I can see in this polish is the potential for it to be a topper, the potential for it to just be so many things for you and for your collection. And so I'm gonna be kicking myself in the shin if I don't pick up this polish. Just like right now, I'm scrambling to look for Long Live the King, and so it has to stay, and I think I'm getting it. And then the last but not the least is the one polish that I was 100% sure, like from the get-go, that I was gonna get. Like, this is like my ultimate must-have. If I can only pick one polish up from Polish Pickup this month, it would be this one. And this is STELLA CHROMA's Lavender Fields Forever. This is a purple, green, blue, mega shifty multi-chrome. Also shows gold at extreme angles. The addition of similarly shifting UCC flakies and holographic flakes give it an extra special something opaque into the 3 coats. So beautiful. Like, as soon as I saw this, just on the swatch stick even, I was like, holy smokes, I have to have this polish. It's so beautiful. First of all, Lavender Fields Forever. I love lavender. I'm gonna digress, but I always keep a bottle of lavender essential oils. I love essential oils. I diffuse it all over the place. Lavender is an awesome essential oil. It's such a great, plant. It's such a great I mean, it smells amazing. It's just wonderful to me. I love lavender. Love, love, love. Lavender fields are just absolutely beautiful. I think of France and I think of, it's just wonderful. So everything about this polish to me screams, Sheila, you have to have this. And have you seen it? It's so beautiful. I've seen Del swatch it. I've seen a couple of other people swatch it. I've seen the photos. It is just, and every time I see it, it's just kind of sealing the deal. I have to have this polish. And this is Stella CHROMA's Lavender Fields Forever. If I hadn't said it, it's $12 with no cap. So that's it, you guys. Those are the polishes on my wish list for Polish Pickup February 2020. And the theme is Flora and Fauna. I also just wanted to tell you guys that I do plan on picking up the stamping plate, the butterfly stamping plate from Esmaltes Kelly. And I also have the Written in the Stars charm that I didn't get from last month because I didn't have ninja fingers. And I really wanted that charm. So that's also on my wish list. So that's everything on my wish list right now. I'm trying very hard to cut it down. But I have to tell you though, I have cut down a lot, significantly a lot. This month was quite hard for me. And I knew it was going to be hard because I thought it was going to be pastels, and I am a sucker for pastels. But you know, the pastel stuff didn't happen, but it's still just as beautiful. And so, I don't know, I'm ready to admit defeat. It's going to be more than 5 probably, and I'm just going to cut down the rest of the month, which is not going to happen. So much for low buy, right? But it's just such an amazing offering. I have cut down such beautiful, beautiful polishes, you guys. Native War Paints has such a beautiful lavender out. Rogue Lacquer I had to cut down. I mean, I just had to cut down some beauties that I feel bad cutting down, but I don't have the budget for. Who am I kidding? And I'm just going to have to catch it on D-Stash or something like that. But yes. It's amazing month. Polish Pickup opens this Friday, or actually tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And so get your wish list ready. Do your ninja fingers. It's going to be an amazing event once again. You know, it never gets old, at least not yet for me. And so, yeah, I'm curious to know what you have in your wish list, what you think of these kind of similar offerings that are up, which ones are topping your lists from every color category. I'm so curious to know. So yeah, thanks so much for chatting with me today about everything and anything nail polish. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell button for notifications. And as always, I will catch you in my next video, hopefully, and enjoy shopping for Polish Pickup. Bye.